Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, this is Escape Art by Scott, and my canvas is ready. I got my paints laid out. I know you're ready, so let's do it. Got something really nice for you today. I will be attempting to paint a little mountain scene here for you, and I already got my sky laid out here just to save a little bit of time. I'm going to spray it down with just a light mist of water. And this is a little new for me. Normally I paint it on the brush. If you see my other videos, then I come up here. But I want to see if this might work a little better. And you just come up here and just come in with your blue every which way. This might be a little bit better. And what I got here up here, I got Prussian blue at top, and I got a lighter blue here, and I got white. That's what I got going on here. And it seemed to working okay for me for right now. As you can see, I'm leaving some white areas open, no paint, heavy paint. Just leave your sky to have a little action in it. That's the way I paint anyway. So you paint your sky however you want to. And I come up here with a brush, clean brush. And start from the bottom, working my way up. I'm going to start blending this. A little bit more water here. Just this, I can just take it and throw it away. I don't have to worry about scraping the paint off of my palette. Again, this is acrylic. I normally, I'm doing this here. Just, there you go. Just flatten your paint out and cut it with your palette knife. And that, I don't know if you can see that too good. It's just a little roll of paint on the end of your knife here. And wherever you want your mountain to be, I've been working on this paint a few days in my mind to try to get it right in my mind. So hopefully it'll work out for you. I'm not looking at, I don't have no reference off to the side or nothing like this. I am basically going off, like I said, you know, my thoughts on canvas. And that's what I've been thinking about in my head here. Kind of scary, but I don't know. But that's the way I paint. Here we go. Come up here, however you want your mountain to look. Come up here. Now don't be scared of this at all, guys. Once you start putting in your mountain, if you're just starting out, don't really, it'll take some practice before you can get this down pat. I don't do mountains all the time, but I am familiar with it, but I've had to work on it myself. So if you're just starting to do mountains, practice. Just keep on practicing. You'll get it. And let's see here, come right here. Come on down. And come right back up. How's that? Now what you want is your nice little tops of your mountains. That's what you're working on now. Right down in here, don't really care about right now. We'll take care of that in a minute. Is that when you're doing your mountains, the tops, make sure your tops are not so even. All your peaks are not the same height. You don't want a bunch of, I don't know, wigwam village, you know, teepees or upside down ice cream cones. You don't want that. Make them irregular, different shapes, different heights, and that'll make your mountain look a whole lot better. If you do that and there's something wrong with your mountains, that might be the reason, because all your peaks at the same height. If you do your mountains and you lay a ruler on top and all the peaks are at the same height, change it. And you can change it. No problem about changing it. Alright. That's good enough up here. So let's go ahead and make some clouds. And let's use this brush today. And this one here. Wherever you want your cloud at. Again, let's see here, let's go. Again, move your cloud around. Don't stay in one spot. As I have a very big one that comes all the way down here. And let's see, come right here. And it has a little tail or something floating out that way. Again, have as many or as few clouds in your painting as you want. Get the old palette knife out. I might put the snow on the mountain. And again, I'll show you. Just take your paint and drag it out. And see how that is? And cut across. And that should be a good little shot, I guess, of that little roll of paint. Wherever you want to go with it. Let's see, I'll come right here. And what you want your paint to do is to break. Break meaning that you're going to have some holes in your snow here. This is not, I don't know what it, icing a cake or something where you put it on real thick. And this will take some time to get it right. And tell you the truth, I'm still working on it myself, trying to get this to break just right. Again, come right up here. And just let it fall. There's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a shadow area in here. When you're putting in your snow, the light coming from here, so you're going to highlight the right side. The left side of the mountain will be in shadow. I just want to try this blue out for the shadowy area. See what it looks like. And this is how you make your peaks in your mountain. When they'll just, when you put a shadow behind it, it'll just pop right out. And I'm putting this in, and you come over here and put a little shadow there, come right over here. Wherever you want your shadow at, put it in. Just like that. And wipe it off. Come back with some more of my white. Now I want to push that back. So what I want to do is come right here or so and make a distinct right through there. That will push that back. Let it break, come right down. Come back with some shadow right behind that, right behind that. I hope you guys can see this okay. Just fix up that little edge a little bit. These mountains, you gotta play with them a little while before they get just right. And this mountain here, this little peak needs something, just like that. You put it on a little peak, it'll need a little shadow area. Just like that. Try not to lose that one little separating this mountain from this mountain. Ran out of white, gotta put some more white on my palette. We're right back in business. Here we go. Let's come over here. And let's put a little white right here on that peak. Just going back and forth with the shadow. Now we're going to push that one back, this peak, so you come right down right in front of it with that shadowy color. Back here, let's put in some more white, some more snow right there. Come on down. Something like that. This needs to come up a little bit higher. Something like that. Now when you're doing your peaks and all, if you got any straight lines, just kind of make them a little crooked. I don't know what's sadder looking than a straight line in a mountain. Just come up here and just do a little wiggle. Come on down with it. Yeah. How's it looking so far? Alright. Come up here with this peak. Come on down with it. Just a slight pull. You can almost feel the paint pulling if you do it right. Play around with this a little bit. Like I said, you can get yourself a little some cheap canvas board and practice. Just keep practicing, mountain, whatever is giving you a hard time in painting. You know, practice, and before long, you'll get really good at it. You know how I do my little painting, how I paint and all. You know, some people might not agree. A lot of people probably might not agree. But this is the way I do it. And just come on down. And I think I'm going to leave it just like that. Just like anything else in painting, you got to learn to leave it alone. And I don't want to spend all my time just doing this mountain. I mean, is it the best mountain in the world that you've seen done? Probably not. Like I said, I'm still learning. It ain't like I do mountains every painting. You know, I need to practice too, just like I'm telling you guys to. I'm just cleaning off my palette knives right quick before they become a problem. Now, I like to fix things before they become a problem. And I might as well go ahead and clean this brush off too. Like I said in another video, how I got really into painting is that I used to watch Bob Ross on TV. I think everybody has heard of him. Well, not everybody, but majority. And you know how he painted, and you know, I kind of liked it because it was so fast, and you know, it looked so good, but yet so fast. How he painted, and you know, one day I got to just, instead of going, ooh, wow, how do you do that? And I started watching really closely what he was doing, and why can't I do that? So one day, 13, 14 years ago, I picked up some brushes and some paint, and I just started at it, and here I am now making videos. That's crazy. All right, let's go ahead put a little bit of this mist right down here. Just mist up this mountain some. And all it is just white paint. And you just come in, especially follow those angles wherever your mountain is at. The angles. I mean, if you got a slope coming this way, you need to have your mist going up that way. If it's coming this way and you have your mist going up, it's going to not look right. So follow those angles when you're doing this. There we go. There's that. It's all real good again. I do have to say though, one thing about Bob Ross is that, you know, he did it, his show, I don't know if you're really familiar with it or not, but check him out. He did his shows, he did a painting within 30 minutes. Now, I believe what had helped him do that in such a short time, I'm gonna go ahead and mix me up some paint. I'm gonna put some foothills here right below this mountain here. That's the next thing I'm going to attempt to do. And I get back to Bob. Is that one? Whatever the way I understand it is that he had, when he did a painting, he did 3 paintings. He did a painting of the same thing. He did one painting. The way I understand it, he did one painting and he kept it at home, or kept for sale, or at the house somewhere. And then he did another painting and he brought that to his show, his shop. And then the third painting is the actual painting that he did on TV. So he really did 3 paintings of each. When he's painting it, if you see him look off to the side, that is what he's looking at. He's looking at a painting that he's already done. The way I understand it. Now I'm going to mix me up some color here. Some distant little foothills. That. And the fact that Bob, he knows a whole lot more about this right here than I will ever will know. That is for a fact. And let's see here. I just mixed up some paint, some distant hill paint. I did some black, I did some blue in here, and some green, and I did some white just to lighten it up. But let's just see how this works, what this looks like back here. Wherever you want your little foothills, you get some paint on your brush, whatever brush you want to use, and you just come right here, wherever you want them at, and just put them in, just drop them in. And you can come down and then come back up. And then come straight down. Make sure on this part right here, you come straight down. Normally, you see an angle, you want to go in that angle, but it won't look right. It'll look like a tornado come through there and knock down all your trees. And then just pop in your trees right here before it dries. Just at the very top. Just that. And let's see here, this mountain here, the foothill going up and then coming straight down again. Pop that in. I am working on a new way of doing this. It's a new way of putting in hills or mountains or whatever. And I'm still tweaking on that. I'm not really ready to show the world what I'm doing. But eventually I'll get there and where I feel comfortable. I mean, it ain't nothing. I'm sure it's been out. The way I'm doing it, I'm sure it's been out for only about 200 years. I'm just not finding it out. And there's that little foothill. Need some more weight. And the way now this will be a finished painting. And all I'm doing, guys, is getting a little green. This is some green. I got some yellow on my brush, and just come right in here. And that's a good way to lighten up your green. This area right here, I would just want to put a nice little metal right back here. Oh yeah. And then the same thing on the other side. Something like that. Then if you want to do, you can just come back with some solid green and just put in little dark areas wherever you want them. There. All right, let's go ahead and start putting in some. Now we're working more, we had the background. Now we're working in the middle ground now. So things are starting to get a little closer. And I want to go ahead and start popping in some trees here. Some of these evergreens I like painting. Okay, mixing this some black and some green together. Probably, yeah. I'm gonna do something different. I thought about doing. There's one point I still want to make out is that when you're having your details, and when you're down here putting in detail, back here, little detail. Just put in, if you try to put some distance into your painting, and some distance in your painting, and you put too much detail into your things that are distance into your painting, it just won't look right. So a little, just little detail is all you need, or hardly any detail really. And I just want to use my knife. I want to just use this palette knife and just put in some trees back here. Just the trunk of the tree for right now. And that made that one a little big. That's okay. Let's see what I'm doing here. And then get your little one-liner brush here. Without, there's no paint on this brush. I got this brush, there's no paint on it, but there's paint on these trees. And so what you do, you just come up here to these trees and just put in the back and forth. There is enough paint on these trees, on the trunks of these trees, where you don't need to put paint on your brush. There's enough paint. See, if I was to put paint on my brush and come back and do this, way too much paint. Something like that. Again, you know, lack of detail here. Paint, I guess we call it painting without paint, I guess. Let's see here. Trying to get this on here. And you can make a whole forest quite quick. Now when you're doing this, and if it don't look right, what you probably need is just to put in some more trees. And let's come back here. Let's see what we got. And this part right here, you don't need to put in every tree. Leave some blank. Because you ain't going to see every little twig, right? Something like that. Again, guys, I am no expert. You know, it just, for me, it's just a very easy, quick way to paint. You got other people out there, they paint to where it looks almost photographic. They want some area and somewhere or another and took a picture. Now, I mean, that's how good they paint. I don't do that. Let's see here. Now, you got that in. Let's continue on doing that. Kind of like that. We can get some more paint though. That, this. I'm just mixing up some more tree color here. And let's see here. We probably need to put a little green right here. Let's come right down here. Yeah. Something like that. Every now and then, if you can remember, spray your paints down just with light mist of some water. Let's come back up here. And let's put in some more trees. Something like that. And a little brush. Again, no paint on the brush. And come back in here and just do your little zigzag back and forth. And make these little evergreens. Again, no need to hit every one of them. Remember, this part of the painting, remember, little teeth. No detail. No detail. It don't look much, but it ain't supposed to look like much, really. It's just far off. And these right here, now I am going to put some paint on my brush because I'm going to put some trees here. Now these trees are way far back in these. So I'm going to go ahead and put some trees in. Because this way I'll know that I'll have just very little paint on here. I use my Palanite on this part. I think that I might put a little bit too much paint. On the for here. There's little bitty things out here. Yeah, it does take time to do this. It'll be worth it. I'm just going back and forth. With my brush, just going back and forth, making these little marks, however you want to say it. That because now I'm going to go ahead and put some more of this green right here. Right in front of these trees that I just made. There. Let's see here. Let's just go ahead and put in this right here. However you want to have your angles of your land going, If you want heels coming this way, do that, and then come back, and it'll look like heels. Right. Now we're starting to get a little lower now. As the lower you're going, the more detail, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and pause this and charge up my camera, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and the next thing what I'm going to do now is to start putting in some land right here. Now we're starting to work into the foreground where things are going to be a bit more detail. Remember, the most important thing about this painting here is that when you're doing your background stuff, no detail. And your foreground down here, that's where you have your detail at now. Alright, here we go. Just get a little paint on my brush here. Using some black and some brown color and a little green. And I'm going to come right down here and just put in some land. Give me some green here, some yellow, just a touch of white. Let's see here. I'm going to start anywhere you want to. Yeah, that ain't bright enough. See how I stopped that? I started and I stopped because this ain't right. So I stopped. Alright, here we go, back in business. My palette's pretty holding up pretty good. I was surprised because of the paper that I got down that would hold up. But it seems like it's holding up pretty good. That ain't too, not exactly what I'm looking for. I know that's going to be too. Wait. Let's see here. That's pretty good. There we go. I can live with that, I guess. Now, however you want this the land to. And let's come up here. Now here, all you want to do is just hit it. And if you want to, you can come on down. Now, this is something that help. Of course, it help. You know, if you're standing right here next to me, okay? But of course, you're not. And it's kind of hard for me to do this, but I don't know if I can come right here. And what I like to do, you can either. I'm about to put in the stems and the branches sticking out from this tree, and you can either come here with the edge. Now the edge, all I'm painting with here is just this edge right here, not the whole thing. No, just the edge. You come in straight across, or you come down with your brush, or you can go up, and I like going up. I like going up because the branches would be in a kind of like in an upward position. It's up. And you can just make all kind of These little trees, so easy to do and yet so effective. Very effective here. You see that? Just in a few minutes, I done made a forest almost. Again, just come down. Upward motion. If you want your branches to go up. If you want the branches to go up. I don't know how to do it. Show you. Just do it. That's sometimes, that's what you have to do in painting. Just do it, right? I don't think anyway. All right. Let's see here. Get some of this. Get some of this little dark color, whatever dark color you got, be good. Come right here. And again, you know, sometimes it isn't necessary when you put your stuff in. Now you're going to put something right below it. So I need something to come up this high to make these a little better. Look, push these trees that you got back here, make them look even further back. And sometimes you got to cover up what you did. Don't worry about that. It's gone now, right? Let's go ahead. I just got me some nice lake color here. Got me some blue. I got me some black. And I got some phthalo green here. And we're going to come right here. Come right straight down. Do a little water. Make this a little slicker. Here's some green that I got on my brush. You can use that. Come in there and just pop in some green color. And which thing is already turned. I'm gonna have to wipe that off. I guess you let that dry a little bit. Well, the tree is probably getting dry. I would like to say that, you know, for you baseball people out there, today is opening day for baseball, and as you can tell, I'm a Atlanta Braves fan. I don't want to get my family. I don't want to get my family in Michigan mad at me. Of course, I am still a Tigers fan. But I lived here in Georgia, what, 30 years, whatever it is, and yeah, Braves fan, which is okay. And as a matter of fact, I got both games being recorded. The Tigers are playing now, and then the Braves are playing at 305, 350, whatever it is. Let's see here. Let me clean that one off too. Yeah, I'm big ball player, fan of sports, and in my younger days I played ball. I know I don't look like much now, but in my teens, played in many tournaments, softball tournaments, basketball tournaments. It wasn't nothing for me to do to go and play in a softball tournament during the day, and then at night go right straight into a basketball tournament. The whole family is pretty much sports orientated. Let's go right here. I want to dip this into about to come back here and put in some leaves into that. It's still a little wet. So while all this is drying, I'm going to go ahead. Let's go over right quick what I've done so far in this here painting. Start off with the sky with the Prussian blue and a lighter blue. I believe that's called sky blue, and some white. And make sure this is the top of the blue. The top of the canvas is darker blue than the bottom. Come here with some clouds. I need to do a better job on my clouds. They don't look too good, but it's okay. And then I came back down here with the old mighty mountain right here. And with some snow and some light blue for the shadowy areas. Okay, you come down here with the little foothills here. Came back in here with some little green meadows. Back in here, some more little trees. Down here, and now we're working down here in the foreground. And I came back in here. It's best when you're putting in your trees, go ahead and put your land in first, and then put your trees in. Because let's say I try to put my trees in, and see, all this would be white, and it just won't look good, because now you got squeezing your land behind your trees. So this way your land, when you put in your land first, and then your trees are on top of the dirt where they're supposed to be, okay? Alright. I think that's good enough. Let's come back in here and let's put on some green. Again, if you can see that, that's all I'm working with. Oh, that's a good shot right there. Good. And when I say work one little clump of trees at a time, it will take time to do it this way. It really does. But you like the outcome of your tree instead of just hitting it and doing boom, 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 boom. And leave some of your dark areas in, because those are your shadow areas. Those are what, how you get distance inside your tree. Believe it or not, that's important. I really like this brush for some reason. It really does a good job on these trees. there's one tree. There's that. Let's come right here and put this in. Pop right in. Boom. Don't worry about this part right here. I'm probably going to have a bush or something right here because the water looks like it's just going up or somehow or another. I might be alright. I'm going to lighten this up even more with some white coming up here. Just put it in some color. You don't want you to be dripping on you. Now let's see what we got. There's something still there. I don't know what that is. A little lumpy or something. Get off there. Now let's come back with some white. Just lighten this up. And go across again. How's it looking? So let's take a look back. Yeah, that ain't looking too bad. And just again, let's see, that's a little bit too much. I need better than that. I'm starting to get a little carried away. I had to catch myself. I'm going to make a little, like I done before, my other shows that make a little stream, a little shine. Come way over here, decide where you want it at. And as you get closer, make it bigger and bigger as you get closer. And that will give you that illusion of depth in your painting. There it is. Alright. I won't need that brush for a while. So I can go ahead and clean that one off. that one. Alright. Now what I want to do now is to reflect these trees I put here, reflect them into the water, and I will show you how you do that. This is right here. I'll need some more paint, it looks like. No. Yeah, I'll just do this. I think it'll be good enough. Now when you reflect your trees or whatnot, whatever you have in, that you're going to reflect, in my opinion, very less paint that you used up here. And you just want to come down here and just put it in something that looks similar. At least get it similar to what you have up here. I mean, that would help. There's that one. Let's see here. Put a little, just a little white right there. And this one here, about the same distance. There's that one. Right. Because you want to use less paint than you did up here because you're about to blend this in. If you use the same amount of paint up here as what you can do down here, you're gonna make a little piles of mud. In my opinion. There. Then you can use the same brush and you can come right down. Let's use this one here. Very lightly. Just a little. You still want to keep the shape of your tree. There you got it. Now you got reflections in the water. Very easy. Now, let's come back and let's fix up this shine that you had. I like that shine. Go right over the tree, guys. Like it ain't even there. Now while we got this brush going, come right back here. Go up here where the land meets the water and go right in between here with some white. You can use your palette knife for this, but since I already had some white on this brush, I'm just using this for the brush. There's that. Looking all right, I guess. So far. Coming to the end now. All right, what's next here? What's next? Let's go ahead and put some bushes right down here. And we'll go ahead and use this. Might as well keep using this brush. Doing pretty good with it. Come right down here. Use some of this yellow ochre. Highlight this a little bit here. Maybe even a little white. Come right up here. Touch it up a little bit. Something like that. How about another little bush there? And right here. Something like that. Something like that. We have maybe some flowers on here, on this one. This is a alizarin crimson that I'm using. That looks so good, I'm going to come over here and put some on this tree, or bush, rather. This little brush here is worth its weight in gold. It's really doing a nice little job for me. That's the key, guys, when painting, you know, get the right tools. When you're painting or doing anything, if you got the right tools, it makes your job a whole lot easier. There's that one. I think I'm going to call that one complete, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And, you know, come back and, you know, and see me. If you would, subscribe to my channel. And another thing about this particular paint, I wanted to show you, you know, the distance, how you get distance into your painting. Let's say you're standing way down here. You know, it'll take you 2 weeks to get here. And that's the whole idea of putting some distance way back here into your painting. Hopefully I did that for you, and I don't have anything else for you. Until next time, you guys, take care of yourselves. Keep painting. If again you don't want to paint, come back and see me. We'll sit down together and enjoy a little bit and do a little painting until my next painting. I think my next painting, if you want to come back, my next painting we'll be doing a sunset. I have not did a sunset for you, and that's will be my next painting. And until then, take care, guys. Bye.